you were a kid? Like
no.
A quarter or a half dollar?
No, I don't remember have that happening. Maybe it's just
okay.
been too
Is it
long
possible?
ago.
Is it possible your brother Don stole the money?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Went in
it.
the pillow.
He's a
stole
banker.
the money.
Look what his life turned out. He's a banker. He probably took the money and deposited it somewhere.
Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, Shedeur Sanders is confident, Anthony Edwards is suspended, and Dan Graziano fills us in on the ramifications of Matthew Stafford staying with the Rams. But we begin today with LeBron James. Steph Curry made noise last night with 56 points in a win. LeBron also won, scoring 33 and grabbing 17 rebounds. But it was LeBron's post-game comments that made the biggest headline. The talk turned to being the face of the NBA. Now, earlier in the week, former player Channing Frye was pointedly dismissive of being the face of the league, saying there was far too much criticism of current star players and far too much idolatry of former stars, particularly Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. LeBron sided with Frye, a former teammate, saying, quote, Channing Frye said it the other day. It's unfortunate, but why do you want to be the face of the league when all the people that cover our game and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis bleep on everybody, unquote. Wilbon, do you agree with LeBron?
Mostly no, but there's a lot of layers here. And there's some stuff I might agree with him. And I watched Channing Frye have this rant, and it was insightful. And I disagree with Channing, who I know and like tremendously. And if I was sitting with Channing and or LeBron, I would say, hold on for a second. First of all, we live in a world now in which those guys, and particularly LeBron, they know how to use and manipulate social media, but it goes both ways. It cuts both ways. And that's where a great part of the negativity is. All right? So you engage in this. We live in a world that is largely negative, having nothing to do with sports. That's the world we live in and you live in it. And in LeBron's case, though, when you've been praised justifiably, you've earned the praise and the hundreds of millions of dollars that have started since you were 8 years old. When you put a crown on your head, do you actually believe that the rest of us are just in your kingdom to serve you? Sorry, there's criticism that comes with that. There's comparison that comes with that. I don't know that LeBron feels this way because I haven't asked him. I'd like to ask him. Is he referring to the constant comparisons of Michael Jordan? Because if he doesn't like that, too damn bad. The comparison, the constant attention, that's how you get all that money. It doesn't come from fannies and seats. Yeah. It comes from attention and eyeballs and viewership and listenership and all of that, Tony. And I just wonder, really, do you think that we're supposed to just be there in public relations terms? We're not on your payroll. We're not there just to praise you, even though that's what I think celebrities of every generation think at the height of their powers. By the way, real quickly, Draymond Green criticized the game and was, quote unquote, negative about the style of the game. Where's that coming from? A player, a colleague, a friend of his. So there's so many layers to this, Tony. I could go on forever. Let me shut up.
I'm not going to talk much because I'd rather hear from you because you are, you think Michael Jordan is by far the greatest player who ever lived. I want to get to that from you. But I would just say that this came as news to me. I really wasn't aware. I watch this network a lot, and other than one or two people that you and I both like a lot who are great reporters, I don't hear a lot of criticism of the league at all. And I would say that if Channing Frye is right, that all there is negativity out there, then I guess I wonder, why are there so many shows devoted to the NBA, and why are there networks willing to pay billions of dollars to put the NBA on? I mean, to me, you wouldn't do that unless somebody liked the product in its current form. I'll just take 25 seconds here to say another part of this criticism. Do people like you and I like players from yesteryear? Sure we do.
Yeah.
And we like Wilt, and we like Russell, and we like Julius Erving and Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and people like that. But don't we also like players of now?
Yes.
I think that Steph Curry and LeBron James are historically important, great players.
They are.
I think that Giannis and Jokic are getting to that point, and maybe down the road, Wembanyama and Gilgeous-Alexander are going to be like that. And my advice, I think, is sort of similar to yours. If Channing Frye's point is, that they get all this criticism, do you just want to be praised and never criticized? Then you know what?
Yeah.
Don't turn on television and
get
don't
on social
read the
media.
internet.
Get off social media, Tony. And that is a big part of this.
When you are the face of the league, the result is $1 billion worth of contracts.
And Ant-Man, by the way, is trying to be the face of the league because he's got every commercial in the world. And he should do it. And he should get the money because he's earning it. And last thing about LeBron. LeBron, nobody's been praised as much as LeBron. Justifiably the last 20 years, he's earned it. He's earned every shred of it. And nobody's better, by the way, in media post-game than LeBron. Maybe ever. LeBron's been doing this for 45 years. LeBron may be the best ever at it. So I'd like to talk to him some more and hear some specifics and things that he might be unhappy with.
But you're a Jordan guy. You're a Jordan guy.
Yes, Michael Jordan's the greatest player ever. And if LeBron can't stand it that everybody doesn't have that opinion, too damn bad. Sorry, we're not obliged. We're not. And that conversation about Jordan and LeBron, I was at Prime 112 in Miami the other night. Who's the rapper? Slim Thug, I think is his name. I didn't even know him. He stopped me, and you know what he said? Hey, Mike, we got to talk about something, LeBron or Jordan. I go, really? Really? It's 1 o'clock in the morning on a Friday night on Miami Beach. We got to have this conversation. And you know what? We did. Well, you know what else? It's good for the league. It's good for the league.
Why are you out at that hour?
Huh?
It's too late.
I'm not sleeping 5 hours like you. Yeah. Shedeur Sanders has a message for NFL teams considering drafting him. The Colorado quarterback told reporters at the Combine, quote, "If you ain't trying to change the franchise or culture, don't get me. I've done it over and over and over. Nothing can faze me. No pressure, no situation, these cameras, nothing fazes me. I grew up with it." Close quote. Tone, how does Shedeur's comment sound to you?
Well, I like his confidence. It doesn't surprise me at all. His father is Deion Sanders. He grew up with that sort of confidence. And the truth of the matter is that in the two places he's been, while he's been the quarterback, he has improved the team. I was a little bit surprised to hear him, say that stuff about, if you don't want me to change the culture and you don't want me to change the results, get off me, don't draft me. Because, I wonder, does that mean, well, what if a pretty good team that only needed a quarterback to be really good drafted you? Would you not want to go? And I'm thinking of Pittsburgh. A good quarterback goes in there, and that is a contending team right now. But, by and large, I think his confidence is reflective of people at that position. I'll bet that Cam Ward has that same kind of confidence. I'll bet that Jayden Daniels and Bo Nix have that same kind of confidence, because I think that it's possible that great quarterbacks need to have unnatural confidence. Don't tell me you don't think that Tom Brady and Peyton Manning had that kind of confidence.
Tony, I agree. Amen to everything you said. I'll steal a thought from Uber producer Matt Kelleher, who said to me this morning when we were first talking about this topic, you have that kind of confidence as soon as you get drafted and walk in the league until Chris Jones knocks you out on the fourth play of your rookie season and the ball is 8 yards somewhere being scooped and scored by the other team. You have that confidence until that happens. And it's fine, because you should. To play that position, you better have it. You have to have it. I don't even want to draft you if you don't. But it doesn't mean that the great quarterbacks, most of them have had a comeuppance early on in their careers. It didn't go as smoothly as Shedeur Sanders seems to think, but it's okay. And that's one reason why I'll give a whole show to what LeBron James says, particularly in his 20th year, would have done it in his third year. But a quarterback just coming out of college doesn't faze me as much what he has to say yet. Shedeur in 3 to 5 years, maybe so. Not yet, not now.
Yeah. There's the bell. I would have said more. We'll move. Let's move to golf, because this story's cool. Today on the DP World Tour playing in Durban, South Africa, English golfer Dale Whitnell had 2 holes in 1. That's not all. He also had an eagle on a par 5, so that's 6 under in 3 holes. Whitnell finished his round at 63, 9 under. The odds of making 2 holes in 1 in the same round are estimated at 67 million to 1. Wilbon, what is the word for what Whitnell did?
I can't even understand it. It's incomprehensible. How many aces do you have? How many?
0.
You got 0. I got 1.
I have 0.
I got 1. Between the two of us, we got 1. And I couldn't even see mine because it was hitting a blinding sunshine in Arizona. I couldn't even see it go in the hole. Maybe a chipmunk picked the ball up and dropped it in, for all I know.